When we last left our heroes, John was beating Dylan roughly 35-9, and Dylan decided it's no longer time to take it easy on John. He's really got to step up his game.
So we'll give you at least 3 runs this episode because I took 3 runs last episode.
Yeah, the number of runs is definitely increasing.
If you want to take 4, I'd understand. So listen,
I mean, my heart is telling me to try to take 6, but that's just not fair.
That's also going to be too long of an episode, man.
I need to catch up by skill, not by time.
So you got the valley, which neither of us have been to yet. You got the cave, which I only took a dry run at. There is one more tool that we're still going to unlock when we have enough Pokemon scene or enough total points or something. So there's probably not much more we can get from the beach or the tunnel or some of the older areas until we have that item.
Yeah, I think strategically my best choice here, despite the fact that you're schooling me so far on River, is to acknowledge we've come this far and we've really photographed the crap out of the beach and the tunnel and even the volcano. So I'm going to focus on these bottom 3.
Okay.
So let's start with the river and we'll just kind of do it in succession, I guess, because at least I know these and it's still fresh in the mind.
I mean, a lot of it too, I have 2 advantages going for me. 1, I'm better with the N64 controller. 2, I just remember a lot of things from this game. And I
don't remember anything.
That's serving me really well. Now, I think you still have Poliwag. So if you want to try and coax Bulbasaur out of there and get a better picture, that might be your best bet.
Get out, you damn pod. Like these kids with their Tide Pods today.
Aw, cute. Oh, there was one in the log! Oh my gosh! That was so cute!
Be Bulba friends. Alright.
Dude, I love Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur is probably the cutest starter Pokemon. It's Bulbasaur, Charmander, and then Squirtle. I'm sorry, Squirtle. I have a lot of love for you, especially Ash's Squirtle with the shades. But there's just some things that you can't...
I would switch. I would say Bulbasaur, then Squirtle, then Charmander. I'm just not a huge Charmander guy.
I love Charmander.
Yeah, so I think we need the Poke-Flute to get Vileplume out.
I mean, I can definitely see Vileplume. That should count. I know it's not saying new Pokemon, but...
Yeah. Nah, Professor Oak doesn't know what's going on.
Poke-Flute needing mofo. Oop.
I mean, it might be too late now. By the time he actually, catches that, you're going to be way far away. The trick with ones like this is that you need to be setting them up, by the time you see them already. You kind of need to plan for it. If you can peg Psyduck from far away and then watch for him to jump out. River's hard, though. This is probably where I'm having, some of the most trouble. Also, I do not understand how Cloysters just, fly in this game.
For those of you watching, I may have mentioned in a previous episode I am Jewish, so this whole shellfish thing is really frustrating for me. I don't get it. I don't understand how this works.
Can you not eat shellfish?
I mean, Jews don't eat shellfish. I could.
I never learned what was and wasn't kosher.
Shellfish is straight no. That's right out. In Monty Python terms, it wouldn't even make it to edit. You're so cute. Look at that little guy. Aw, I want to be Pikachu's friend. Whoa, what the hell?
You took its picture and it zoomed out of there.
Was that a Pikamew? I mean, what in the world was that?
A Pikamew.
A Pikamew. I can kick this Bulbasaur picture's ass. Which one do I use, though? That's pretty good, right? There's 2 in frame.
Okay, so hear me out. I know it doesn't look as good, but I think maybe that one, because
This one?
it's closer, it's in the center, and even though the other one's blocked off, it is still there that Professor Oak will say there's 2 of them.
Agreed. He's a nutty guy.
Yeah, so,
Vileplume didn't count at all.
world expert in Pokemon, Professor Samuel Oak, does not know what that flower is. And you still have the title for Slowpoke.
Which one's more impressive looking?
That one, I guess.
Well, I tried doing this before with Magmar and it screwed me, so I'm gonna do this one.
Okay.
Just out of spite. Oh my god, I have Slowbro at the point of evolution. I'm gonna submit that one because in real life, that would be the best photo as they slowly became symbiotic.
Slowpoke always confused me as a Pokemon. The whole, like, it has a shelter on its tail thing. Like, I think in the beta of Pokemon, there was going to be a Pokemon that was specifically the, like, the spiky thing on Slowbro's tail.
Yeah, because it has, like, eyes.
Yeah, like,
but it shouldn't have eyes because it's creepy as hell.
Like, that was supposed to be, like, an evolution of Shelter on its own.
Oh, man, I'm only taking 5 picks to... Okay. Alright, Coach. Here we go.
I think the only chance you have here is
definitely
Bulbasaur.
We're going to be surprised. I feel like I'm taking 2 out of these 5. My Bulbasaur is eons better.
Okay.
490?
Size is better.
Oh.
What a happy face.
You're darn right it's 1200.
What a happy face. Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and there's another Bulbasaur in the picture.
Vindicated.
You got it.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I might be winning same Pokemon total, too. That should be like its own separate count at the end of the series. Bless you.
I like how you...
Sorry, that was offset.
I like how you have a, like, before-after picture for Slowpoke and Slowbro here, though.
It was really good. I wish I could keep more of those.
Yeah.
Because that was such a neat little window. Yeah, I know the size is bad, but look at what's happening.
I mean, there is something called the album, where you can just save pictures that you like.
Fair.
Because back when this game came out, there was a whole thing with you could take your N64 cartridge of the game to a Blockbuster Video, and they could print out some of the pictures you took as little stickers.
Now, for my young people watching along at home that might be part of this latter half of Gen Z, Blockbuster was like Netflix, except all of the videos were inside a big room that also sold popcorn and candy.
And you had to bring them back when you were done.
Yeah, like several... It wasn't just like, keep it until you're done. It was like, you have this many days, and if you don't bring it back in that many days, then you get a late fee. And a late fee was an extra charge for bringing the disc back and making potential other waiting customers wait longer.
It was like a library, but for VHS tapes.
Yeah. And
the
the fees were way bigger than the library.
for those younger viewers at home, a VHS tape is a kind.
And a library is where you keep. I'm just kidding. We still have those. They're just slowly going under. Anyway,
you guys know what Blockbuster is. There was one in Captain Marvel. She falls through the roof of a Blockbuster. Well, that's how you know it's the 90s.
Libraries were like Blockbusters, but with books. But now the library in our area in Bethlehem is mostly DVDs and CDs with some books.
Yeah.
So, realistically, it's basically Blockbuster, but free.
You make a good point.
Yeah. Also, if you visit Bethlehem, go to the historic downtown area and check out Main Street. A lot of great places to eat.
I love historic Bethlehem.
It has so much charm. If you get the opportunity to come here around Christmas, your heart is going to swell with joy.
I mean, I know people like Williamsburg sells more about being historic and stuff like that, but Bethlehem is older.
And I'll tell you what too, the Moravian Bookshop is not what it once was, so you lose some of the charm there because that was erected in 1742 and just changed over to support one of the colleges nearby 2 years ago. So that was a long-standing tradition, but there is so much historic stuff left intact about it and the rest of the street. It's really thriving as far as food and businesses go. And if you walk a little farther east in the downtown area, not only can you see the former Bethlehem Steel, which helped erect the Empire State Building and the Golden Gate Bridge, among many other things.
And most of the ships that America used in World War II.
Yeah, we were a big provider of steel for ships and tanks. I think they helped with the Chrysler Building too, and a few other notables.
You can also go see Freedom High School and East Hills Middle School, where Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson studied.
And so did we, because we're basically The Rock.
Yeah. Everybody out of Bethlehem is The Rock.
Yeah, we all act like that.
We are The Rock.
Cool. Can you see what we're all cooking? But seriously though, if you walk a little east, you'll get to walk through some of the most beautiful Victorian mansions you've ever seen. And there's also a neat culture of Moravians around here. It's a specific sect of Christianity that actually came from Germany and settled in our area. So we have strong Pennsylvania Dutch roots, but also this very unique religion, which was very open-minded and accepting. It's sort of like a very Christian Quaker, if you will. But there's a lot of ruins and buildings left over from their inhabitants, so it's great to do some of the historic tours.
Wow, this Pokemon Snap Let's Play turned into a really good tourism spot for Bethlehem.
We're just good at what we do. We market everybody. Shout out to Easton.
Hey, City of Bethlehem, tweet back.
Our neighbors Allentown and Billy Joel wrote a song about that, and Gordon Ramsay's been to Easton to help some of them restaurants on Kitchen Nightmares. Don't worry, they're closed. You can go to better places to eat.
A scene from Transformers 2 was filmed at Bethlehem Steel.
Fun story. There's a museum there affiliated with the Smithsonian, called the National Museum of Industrial History. And part of their storage has one of the buildings where a lot of those barrels ended up from that movie.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of historic artifacts like antique fire engines and things like that. And then a bunch of bins with some Chinese lettering on them filled with scrap wood and metal parts and whatnot because they left all the barrels behind.
Yeah, they just because the scene that they filmed here takes place in either China or Japan. I forget.
I think it's China. It's supposed to be outside of Hong Kong or something.
Okay, so
and they rip across one of our bridges.
So they're spray paint some Mandarin on some of these barrels.
Yeah. And there's some on one of the brick buildings still, too. It was there for a good 5 years before it finally washed off in the rain. But it's a beautiful site, and there's lots of incredible music that gets performed there. There's also an art center that does indie movies. We have one of the largest free music festivals in the country. We have actually the largest, called Music Fest in August. If this comes out in August, check out Music Fest. Willie Nelson's going to be there this year. Shout out to Willie Nelson. Anyway, back to Pokemon.
Willie Nelson, we gave you a shout out. Now you have to shout out our YouTube channel. That's the rules.
Willie Nelson, I challenge you to a Pokemon Snap Off.
Oh man, I bet Willie Nelson's actually secretly really good at Pokemon Snap.
Oh, he likes Pokemon and Animal Crossing. He fits some of the characteristics of the typical fan, and we'll leave it at that.
What?
He does he does that thing they do in Colorado.
Oh.
And Washington and California. You guys get what we're getting at.
He wears t-shirts in winter because it's so arid there.
Yeah, and smokes a lot of weed. Ditto!
Oh, that's a good ditto.
Hey, look at me. Good boy, here's an apple. They almost fell to their death chasing that apple. That would have been funny. There's an apple for you too, buddy.
Aww.
Alright, eyes ahead.
Oh, you're just feeding him to be nice.
I try to. It's like when you get to go out and feed the ducks.
Man, I haven't fed the ducks in a while. I need to do that again.
You have a niece too. You got to get in practice.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a big duck feeder. You can tell. John's niece Edison is already studying some law. Her mom is an accomplished lawyer.
Yeah, she's almost 2 years old.
She's gonna be taking the bar by 12. No offense to any of my friends out there struggling to take the bar.
But Edison is just way smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody always says they're like kid is super smart, but like I showed you the video. Edison like never sits still. She's just one of those kids that's like on the go all the time. She's like zipping around. But there's this video of her watching the end of Moana, like the part where the music gets all slow and with Tafiti. Thank you, Allie. And like she's just like sitting like enraptured with it, and it like melts my heart. I'm like, aw, she likes good animation.
It is genuinely one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Come on, you smelly jinx.
Yeah, we need the Poke Flute. That wakes them up. And I think with the Poke Flute you can wake up that Vileplume and you can wake up Snorlax.
I didn't help Jigglypuff, so notice I don't have any good Jigglypuff photos.
No.
Jigglypuff.
Oh yeah, so that's another interesting thing, is that this game uses all the Pokemon sounds from the anime, which was like not meant to be like canon. Like in the games, at this time the Pokemon noises were just like weird 8-bit sounds, but like the creators had always envisioned that like the Pokemon would just make animal sounds, but the anime decided on the idea of having the Pokemon, every Pokemon says its own name.
Which looks better? This guy looks happier.
That was a little closer, and it's still in the center of frame, so I would go with that.
Agreed. Photographing Pokemon's harder than you'd think. Somehow that's a picture of coughing. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth, boys and girls, and men and women.
Did you know?
And non-binary friends out there, we're allies.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
That's so catchy.
Yeah,
I hope you guys like that. If you like that, please comment below and like and subscribe.
That's not mine. That's Thomas Sanders, who's a guy who got famous on Vine and then started doing YouTube.
Shout out to Vine. For those of you out there, Vine is like TikTok, but not as thorough.
Your grandpa's Comic and Dylan are here to tell you what all the things were.
If any of you guys out there remember MySpace, please comment below.
Was that Ditto?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking. Okay, so you sniped Ditto.
Now I'm about to snipe Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I gotta pay more attention.
Or is that my Bulbasaur?
That's
my
Yeah,
Bulbasaur.
that's your own Bulbasaur. It's not even a real Bulbasaur.
Oh shit, I'm gonna snipe myself!
This is the one where you, like, submit this to the newspaper, but, like, it's clearly doctored, so, like, a month later, Peter Parker comes in and ruins your career. So, like, you curse his name in a church, and then a symbiote falls on you and you become Venom. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh no. But I like Spider-Man so much, I don't want to hurt Spidey.
Well, in the comics, eventually, then you'll be Spider-Man's ally.
Peter, if you're watching this channel, sorry in advance for my bad behavior, and I hope to be allies soon, because... Let's face it, swinging through New York sounds like the most fun you could possibly have.
I think Venom's been a good guy in the comics for like 10 years now.
10 years is a good amount of time. That's some redemption. Alright, ladies and gents, let's see coughing. Size. Oh. Alright, pose. Ah!
How does a coughing pose exactly?
Technique. Alright, take that.
You got it.
It's like SpongeBob said to Squidward. It's all about technique. Now, I definitely won Weeping Bell. I don't even think this one's a contest, but watch me lose. 950 on size.
I mean, there's a little bit of him out of frame. Is he going to get mad about that?
This is right in the center of frame, though. It's just his antenna. And look.
Yeah,
look.
He's mad about the little hook.
Boo. I mean, I still sniped her, but boo.
Well done.
All right. Stealing Weeping Bell.
Because I came to play today. My Zubat's way better than your... Oh, fuck, I forgot you had the good Zubat.
I mean, I guess your Zubat's better than the Zubat that I took in the cave.
Why don't I get a multiple Pokemon bonus?
Because it's not the same Pokemon. It's got to be, like, multiple Zubat.
But it's multiple Pokemon. Look, I got 2020. I hit the year. I should get bonus points. If only this game from 98.
You get temporary bonus points, but then in 2021, I'll go back to this video retroactively and take those points away with an edit.
Damn. Short-term bonus points isn't even worth it.
Close.
Yeah, both of our jinxes are pretty terrible.
I should have picked mine just so I would have had it because they both sucked. Nah, we're playing with integrity.
Well, our scores are now a palindrome. You have 13 and I have 31.
I got one more course.
Yeah, check out the valley.
Yes.
Let's go, Valley! Shout out to the Lehigh Valley for being cool and also where my house is.
Oh yeah, so I know that mountain looks like a Doug Trio, but don't worry about that right now. Oh, hit those. Or don't hit them.
Are those apples? Oh, those are apples.
I think they're Squirtles. Oh, I just remembered the like music here. How much I like it. That Mankey is freaking out. Okay, well you got him. Keep your eyes ahead. You got Geodudes there. Dude, you got Geodudes to your right.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Maybe you can knock him down. Okay. And is that a Graveler up there? Okay. Got a Graveler butt. So this is the last, like, main area in the game, but there is, like, another kind of, like, bonus round if we can unlock it.
Look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. Rapids! Oh no!
Star you. There you go.
That was a good shot.
Okay, and okay, since you got him, Staryu's gonna like follow you now, and I think that pays off later. Yeah, so just keep going down these. Oh, whoa! Okay, and watch to your right. Watch to your right. Because I think... Oh, dang, Dratini. I think there's something with that Squirtle, too, where you need to, like, hit him up. You need to hit him with something and he knocks Mankey off the mountain.
Sounds legit.
And that's how you get that switch there. So I'll try to do that next time I take a run at it. Okay.
Oop.
Make sure you use all your film, kids.
Honestly, yeah, a picture not fired is a picture wasted.
I mean, I think it's kind of wasted anyway. It was a picture of nothing.
Hey man, what if something had jumped into frame right then?
Professor Oak's buying the film for you, so... Okay, well, this is a bunch of new points you're gonna get.
Mine key. I got a mine key. Crikey! It's mine key! Geodude is my dude. I like that pose too. He's like, can you see these divots?
Wonderful.
Sandshrew, I hope I picked the right one. Not great on size.
Well, it looks jolly, so...
Love the pose. Right in the middle. Shazoing!
Very nice.
Graveler. Graveler.
Yeah, and he's not gonna like that. You can't see its face, but...
That's okay. Staryu. I think that's a good shot of Staryu.
Alright, that's very nice.
Agreed.
Wonderful.
And just to emphasize how impressive this run has been, I'm doing all of this with my hat forward.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So.
Yes,
you love the pose.
This isn't even your true form. Oh, that's not in the middle of frame? Okay.
Well, that's close enough. I got my Squirtle.
You were close.
I gained 7 new Pokemon.
Alright, so that brings you up to 20 versus my 31.
Welcome back.
So you closed the gap considerably.
20 is one of my favorite numbers, too.
20's
Shout out to Brian Dawkins.
20 is a great number. It's divisible by a lot of other numbers that I like 4 and 5.
So everyone out there, please get 4, 5, or 20 of your friends to like and subscribe.
Yep, that's your challenge for today.
One of them can be yourself, too. So really, 3 or 4 people. Make it easy on you. I mean, it is a pandemic after all. Hopefully by now it's over, but,
Yeah.
you never know.
These are probably coming out a couple weeks from now. So, I mean...
Oh my god, what if we don't even have an audience? Well, if the entire planet is overrun by crab people or some species of weird mole people, I hope our new mole overlords are friendly, and I hope they appreciate the shout out.
And I hope they like Pokemon.
I hope they like Pokemon.
Mole people love Pokemon, are you kidding me?
I hope they like Magmar. We're gonna have this framed and sent to them. Woo!